Hi Aries, welcome to my very first reading on YouTube. This is a new channel for me. I'm not big on long introductions, but I would like to say that I am reading with the moon cycle. So new moons, full moons, and usually one in between or very often an extra moon cycle. I also would like to throw in every now and then a pick a card reading. I find them very effective. This is a reading for the July 28th new moon in Leo for Aries. Aries, the first card that you see, the Six of Swords, is about what the universe has to offer you right now with this new moon. New moons are new beginnings. Something that's happening here, a new beginning or a new situation, is you're moving to calmer waters. You've had some emotional and mental instability. You're coming from a 5 and you're moving towards 6. And with this moving on feeling, you are moving towards calmer waters. You're moving somewhere else. You could be actually relocating, or it could just be a mental and emotional situation where you move on. It's a little bit of a card of resignation. I resign myself to, the way it is right now, and I've done what I can up until this point. Let's move on. And so there is this feeling of moving on, but when you do this, you are moving into calmer waters. Let's get a clarification card for that. You have the Hanged Man. So the Hanged Man for me is about waiting. We are waiting. Our hands are a little bit off the wheel right now. As you can see in the picture, someone else is steering the boat. You certainly are not. And again, that's that resignation kind of feeling. I take my hands off of the situation. It is actually not your will at this moment. It is a divine will that's steering the ship. And in the meantime, while your hands are off of it, it is a time to think about things from another perspective, see things from another perspective, and also it should really help you to understand that you are not always in control of situations, but if you allow things to happen in their proper time, a greater hand is steering the ship. You'll get what you need. You'll get where you're going, and you will probably do it in a more mentally peaceful manner than if you don't let go and let God. The second card is the Six of Wands. So you have two sixes. The Six of Wands is a card of victory, and it's victory in group situations. And so you may have led a group to a victory. They're here for the party. They're here for the parade. They are groups and people and situations that sing your praises because of what you've led them through or what you have accomplished within this group situation. The thing is that you are aware that this is a victory, but it's a victory on the way to a bigger victory. You've won a battle, but the war still rages on. And not in a bad way, but I just mean there's more to consider. There's more to go before you reach the result that you are hoping for. But you are well on your way. With two sixes, that means that you've gotten over the middle hump. You have a cycle from 1 to 10, and you're over the 5, and 5s are changes. So you've made the changes that were necessary, and you are moving towards victory. I'm pretty sure you are quite aware that you are victorious. So let's get well, you certainly are aware. This is intuition. This is your psychic abilities. These are, this is information of situations that are going on behind the scenes, but it is absolutely 110% your intuition that has led you and the people that are with you to the victory that you are having now. Please keep that in mind. Please understand that there is something much deeper going on here with the Hangman and the High Priestess. As they are major arcana cards, they are situations or things that are felt within as opposed to outwardly. So you have spirit that is leading you, and you're listening, and that brings you to your eventual victory, which is the Ten of Pentacles, the end of the cycle that you're hoping for and that you're moving towards. Ten of Pentacles for me is about communication. It can be with family members, it can be within group situations, but as you can see in the picture, there are societal members or family members. You have the grandfather, you have the parents, you have the children, and their pets. And so there's a hierarchy going on here. This is also the legacy that you want to leave behind. These are what you have to offer once you're gone, or once you even leave the cycle. You want to leave something behind, your mark. And I do feel there'll be like a lot of communication. This can also be financial negotiations and talk within the group, but it does have a financial flair to it with the pentacles. But again, if you're leaving a legacy behind, that's something tangible. That's something that once you leave the group or move to a new situation, those answers, those things that you've created are left behind for others to pick up and use, and that's part of your legacy. Part of that legacy then would have been leadership qualities, and that makes perfect sense with the Six of Wands. So we have the King of Wands here. It's an Aries card. Aries is the pioneer. So they don't have a sign before them. They are the ones that go out and try things, and sometimes they fail and sometimes they succeed, but they always have a good plan of action. They have great foresight. They are natural born leaders, and they are people who know how to lay down a very good foundation. This can also be somebody that you may be dealing with or talking to within this group situation. And they are also somebody who can pick up what you've left off and run with it or continue on with it. That's also very possible here. These are people who are very passionate about what they do and how they do it. They can be a bit fiery sometimes, but that fiery passion is actually what gets things going. It kind of lights a fire under some people's bums, if you will say, and they have usually a very enthusiastic way of dealing with things. They're also a bit of a know-it-all. It's very difficult to tell them how and what to do. But the nice thing is you've really laid out a map. You've really laid out a situation where anybody, especially this type of person, can pick up the activity and move forward with it. And an Aries or a King of Wands just might make it their own. In any case, you've done a lot of the hard work. You've left the map for other people to pick up if they want to. And I think one of the most victorious things in this reading is that you have listened to your intuition. You've listened to the guidance. You knew when to take your hands off of situations. You knew when to move on with situations. And you will, by the end of this cycle, 2 to 4 weeks, have completed your mission. And we'll be able to talk about it. You'll be able to communicate how and what you've done. And again, like I said, leaving that legacy behind for others to pick up and make it their own. That's it for today, for this lunar cycle. I'll see you for the full moon. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it helped. And thank you very much. Bye, Aries. Bye.